Have you ever asked yourself, what if I'm wrong? What if I don't really know what I think I know? Sure, I've probably been mistaken a few times about the simple, kind of mundane things in life, but what if I'm wrong about something momentous, something of eternal import? Knowledge acquisition is a precarious thing, and that's why we need a firm epistemic foundation on which to build our beliefs. In other words, the foundation of our knowledge should be God Himself, the ultimate knower who makes Himself known through Jesus Christ and through His Word, the Bible. Now, traditionally, the foundation of knowledge was described by philosophers through the lens of the tripartite definition of knowledge. So to know something, you needed three things. You needed a justified, true belief. You see, belief by itself isn't enough. I could believe all kinds of imaginative and false things, and in doing so wouldn't have knowledge. Belief needs some help from truth. If I believe the sun is shining, and it's true the sun is shining, I probably know the sun is shining. Maybe, but maybe that was just a lucky guess. I need some kind of justificatory evidence to back up my claim. So I look out the window and I see that the sun is shining, I have visual evidence, and so now I have knowledge. But do I? Now, let me throw a wrench or two into our epistemic or knowledge certainty. So I'm standing at the zoo, looking at this marvelous zebra and commenting to my wife on what an exquisite zebra that is, when she turns to me and says, "But Jonah, how do you know that that's not a cleverly disguised mule?" Now, as I squint at this animal that's standing in the shade of a tree half a football field away, I realize she may have a point. There's a non-zero chance that this thing might be a mule wearing black and white paint. And without sufficient evidence to the contrary, I have no real rebuttal. I'm not sure I have a justified true belief. Now, we could shrug that one off as a silly example of philosophical quibbling. And I could say to my wife, "Well, dear, I may be wrong about the zebra, but at least I know that we're at the zoo, that it's a beautiful day, that I see something over there that appears to be a zebra, whether it's a zebra or not." But wrong again. You may think you're at the zoo, you may think you're looking at something that may or may not be a zebra, but how do you know that you're not actually an invented brain in a laboratory somewhere in outer space, and that a mad scientist isn't actually manipulating your brain to see images that don't actually exist? Well, darn, you got me. Because though we might be quibbling again over fanciful ideas that have little to do with quotidian realities, I can't know that I'm not the victim of a massive deception. Because any evidence I would point to prove it's real is subject to the same deception. Sure, we could shrug that one off as well. But there's always another skeptic with another rebuttal. Skeptical aporia is real. False information is real. Intellectual limitations are real. Human folly is real, and knowing anything with certainty can seem hopeless. That is, until God enters the picture. See, as philosophers continue to seek that foolproof component of knowledge that will guarantee we finally know that we can know what we claim to know, I suggest that maybe God is that component. Divine encroachment on knowledge says that the only way we will ever have proper confidence in our knowledge is when we allow God to provide that confidence. See, if God is real, if God is who He says He is in His Word, the Bible, and if God is the source of our rational faculties, then this may ease the impact of skeptical concerns. When we know God rightly, we begin to know ourselves and the world rightly. A secular foundation for knowledge only yields anxieties about whether we can know anything. But when God enters the picture, we begin to see the world differently. My suggestion is this: get Jesus into the room. Let God in through the study of His Word, through prayer, through fellowship with those who are also genuinely seeking knowledge. The key to proper confidence consists in laying the right foundation.